Hello there, my name's Fiona from Weekly Sewing Bee, and I've got this very nice fabric and I am going to utilise the design by making a bolster cushion. Now, I'm just cutting out my circles. There's my weight. Lovely. So these are the ends, and it's a tube. Probably make more sense to you. Lovely. I'm doing this really badly actually. They're not very even, but they'll do. And I want to make as much use of these circles as I possibly can. And so I think, as I haven't got a full one at the bottom, these two, then I'm going to have to trim this off. Now this fabric is very similar to cross-stitch fabric, but then with these nice don't know what it's called actually, but it's very nice, and hopefully I'll be able to cover that up. So yes, I need to find out that my circles are big enough, or there's not a lot I can do about it now, or if they're too big. So I'm just going to take a pin. Now, I've got to remember hem allowance, put it up to the corner, and then I'm just going to walk it round, because if I can get both rows in, that would be grand, wouldn't it? That would be really nice. That's good, that's perfect. Okay, so put that somewhere safe. I also have this, because of well, my sofa downstairs is kind of this dark red colour as well. Then this goes quite well with beige, but probably not pink. So let's get this machine over here. Now I've got red thread in here, and that'll be fine for this project. Yeah, that'll be great, that'll be fine, everything's fine. So I need this right side up and I need this right side down, but I would like this, I don't know, binding in the centre as well. So if I get that there, get that on top. And I have got to be careful because this is the end seam, the seam of the fabric, so I don't want that poking through. Yeah, actually it might be better if I trim it, but I'm not, so you know. Now these bolster cushions, I don't know if I've said, they're great if you've got lower back pain. If you lie down and you put them under your knee, then it takes the weight off your lower back. So, you know, they're handy to have around, and I think they look stunning. So lovely. What I'm doing is I'm allowing the machine to take the flat surface, and I'm pulling gently the circle round. So, and I'm making sure that nothing gets caught in the foot, and I'm making sure that all my floofy bits are facing inwards, because I don't want to sew them in. And also, not necessary for everyone to worry, I'm making sure that I don't sew the remnants in. Lovely. So, yeah, stop every few minutes and give it a good shake. So, and you can see that it's curling round. Should give myself more hem allowance, shouldn't I? But never mind. So, just give that another little shake. Now you do have two choices. If you're going to make a lining, then really before started I should have said cut out a pattern using these pieces. Obviously I didn't say that, so I apologise. I'm not actually going to line this because of the modern cleaning. I'm sorry, I've got a bit of fluff or a hair. It's very distracting. Yeah, because of the modern cleaning stuff, you know, we've got Febreze. You don't really need to wash cushions like you used to. So I'm not going to line it, I'm just going to sew it. So we're just coming up to the end here. Can I explain what's going on with my machine? I broke it. I attempted to fix these spindly things because I was trying to do double needle sew, and in doing so I made it all a bit angry, and yes, it's not good. So please bear with me. I don't know. I will either work it out, because it's always been quite this is a super fast machine. It's always been a bit snatchy. So, okay, I'm coming up to the end now. What I'm doing is I'm making sure it's a bit more complicated to keep all my floofy bits out of the way. So I am making sure that everything's out of the way. And I'm stopping before I get to the end so that I've got a hem allowance. Lovely. So that's that. That's one end done. Fingers crossed I've got enough of this to do the other end, and I don't think I have, so what I'm going to do is not do it and use this piece to run along the seam here. So I don't think that would go round. Maybe I should have cut it in half to start with or something. It's going to be really tight. So lovely. Yes, this is what happens when you buy things from remnants bins. You get a bit, it's only just. So never mind. Yes, can't change it now, can I? So lovely. Then again, I'm lining it up for the flat surface. I've got my jiggly bits, and then I've got my circle facing downwards. I'm going to put it in the machine all together. Now, if you wanted to pin this, I think that's a very admirable thing to do. I think it would be quite hard to do. I think you'll end up poking yourself with a pin, or I would anyway. Yeah, so what's happening with these cotton reels is they're trying to turn, because that's what happens when you double needle with one of these types of machines, that they turn in sync. And I've actually found that if I put another reel of cotton on it, then it kind of slows it up, but it is a bit naughty. So lovely. And just coming round. Shanice. It's Shanice, isn't it? Not Chanel. Yes, so the circles are made of Shanice. But if you know, it's highly unlikely that you would find this fabric, or you would find a fabric with similar large circles, or that you would want to. So it's just a case of I'm making use of the design on the material, not that you should not make this cushion unless you can find fabric with circles, because I do have a couple of them here in this room, I'm sure. Or they were in the room. Because I'm quite laid back, you see. And because I have a family, things tend to wander off. Okay, if you're like me and in bad light and if you're using a very thin needle and you can't thread it, then I always take the needle out. Okay, so, and then you can use your threaders as well, because I've heard a lot of people say that they can't get the threaders behind. So I never use a threader because I don't have any problems unless I've got the camera on. Then I have loads of problems. Yes, like a drunk. The DTs. Lovely. So there we go. Maybe sort that out. And then we've just got this last bit to do. Okay, I'm going to pause the camera and then fix the machine. Sorry about this. So, oh no, don't even ask what I did. I don't know, but never mind. So, I'm just finishing up now. That's all good. Lovely. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it inside out and I'm going to check my stitches. This is just a habit I've got. When I'm sewing sort of blind, then I just do, so it's fine. You have to bear with me. So that's grand, everything's in place. And what I don't want to do is have the opening at the end of this. I want to have it in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck everything in and make sure everything's in the right place before I start sewing. And I'm going to sew to 3/4 of the way long. Now, is that in or out? I don't know. I think that one's out and that one's in. So yeah, I'm talking to myself, don't worry. I'm just going to help it over that lovely binding. Braiding. Lovely. Quite important to reverse stitch when you're doing something that needs extra strength. Give it a little bit of a jump through so I've got enough to turn it round. Adjust all this. Yeah, I guess that's in and this is out. That's grand. Lovely. Stop it. I'm just going to pull that through. And turn that. So there we have our cushion. Ha ha ha. Oh, that is nasty, isn't it? Okay. So I'm going to turn it out, inside out, and I'm going to push my seams too as well now, because I think it will look better for it. Obviously, not going to get my hands stuck. Now, you can stuff it with anything you like, really. I found that in England, if you buy a pillow, it is cheaper than if you buy craft stuffing. This is just, it could actually be that, it really could. It couldn't, you know, it might be a clever ploy from fabric companies or something else like that, but it could just be that. So yes, that's what I use. Now obviously if you, yeah, yes, and then I'm just going to stuff it really, and then I'm going to pinch this seam together and then sew across it. Yeah, just a couple of stitches, and very easy to do. But stuffing first. Yes, I'm trying to keep you in shot. Whoa, whoa. I suppose it's a bit more clearer now what I've been trying to describe. There we go. Lovely. So I'm just going to grab the machine back. And I'm going to put a couple of stitches along this opening, and I'm going to sew over from the beginning of the seam so it looks like it's supposed to be there. So there we are, I've got it all under the machine now. Yes, I suppose if this looks like Hessian to you, I would completely understand that. It doesn't feel like Hessian though, it is very soft. And close up it does look like cross-stitch fabric, except for the circles. So we are just coming to the opening now, and I'm just going to move that again. And then I'm going to carry on sewing through there. Lovely. So there we have it, our bolster cushion. So if I made it again, if I made another one, I think what I would do is I would cut strips, so but only of this fabric, because there's quite a long section without anything on, isn't there? Although, yeah. Okay, well, I hope you like it, and please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you again. Alright, thank you ever so much.